Democrats. And as far as the shutdown's concerned, this is a Democrat Schumer shutdown. And he's trying to do it to get relevance back into the party because he's a loser. I've known him all his life. He's always been sort of a loser, but an intelligent one. But I think he's losing IQ points with time. We got the people that we want paid, okay? And we want the FBI paid, we want the military paid. We got the people that we want paid. And I'll tell you, the Democrats, they don't talk about this. You know, we're getting rid of programs that we didn't like, but that were negotiated in, but we didn't like. We're terminating those programs, and they're going to be terminated on a permanent basis. And it's thousands of people, and it's billions of dollars. We're getting rid of a lot of things that we never wanted because of the fact that they made this stupid move.
Now, look, Senate Democrats have blocked the GOP's efforts to reopen for an 8th time. So this is now day 14 of the government shutdown. And have a listen to some of the Dems' bizarre demands. Here's the Speaker, Mike Johnson, blasting them.
They want to spend $24.6 million of your hard-earned dollars as a taxpayer for climate resilience in Honduras. They want to spend $13.4 million for civic engagement in Zimbabwe. They want to send $3.9 million for LGBTQI plus democracy grants in the Western Balkans. They want to spend $2.9 million of your dollars for desert locust risk reduction in the Horn of Africa. And $2 million for, quote, organizing for feminist democratic principles in Africa. We are not doing that.
Army, we're almost out of time, but very quickly, you just can't make this stuff up, can you?
Look, if you're not giving $13.4 million to Zimbabwe for civic engagement, then you're not serious about running the United States government, okay? I'm sorry. That's the truth. No, of course it's a joke. This is an unforced error by the Democrats. The longer this thing drags out, the polls are showing the more blame is being assessed to the Democrats. But they're still standing. They have not gone away from this, most importantly, this giving illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, Medicaid benefits through California and other places. This is still what they're doing, and this is a loser for them.
It totally is. It's just unbelievable. Army Horowitz, nice to see you as always. Thanks so much for joining us.
I want to stay in America now and bring in Nathan Daschle. He's a Democrat lobbyist and the CEO of DB3 by the Daschle Group. Nathan, great to see you. The government's still shut down. What kind of effect is this having on the economy right now?
I don't know if it's having a direct effect on the economy just yet, but eventually it will. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of federal workers who are without a job right now. And one of the biggest developments is that just today, President Trump said that some of the federal workers will not get paid. And that's actually contrary to federal law. Federal law says that any worker who's furloughed during a shutdown will get back pay. But President Trump today indicated that some will and some won't, and that the discretion is his, which is, like I said, it's quite a departure from federal law.
Okay, that'll change the political dial as well. So who's going to win this thing? That's a tough question. My gut. So the question of who's going to win this thing is really a matter of who's going to come to the table first. Because right now, both parties are dug in, and both parties have no incentive to come to the table to reopen government. But eventually, one will have to.
My fear is that it will be the Democrats because, and I say that because I'm a Democrat, but because the Democrats really have no power or leverage here. It was very important for the Democratic base that they stood up and fought for Democratic principles. Right now, it's really a matter of healthcare coverage. But Democrats lost in 2024. They lost the House, they lost the Senate, they lost the White House. So they really don't have the power to keep the government open. So my sense is that they will come to the table first. I will say in Democrats' favor is right now the polling is on their side. The polling right now says that Republicans will get the blame for the shutdown. But my fear as a Democrat is that over time that will actually, it'll end up being to the detriment of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, okay. So at what point are we approaching that point, do you think, where it becomes a real problem for the Democrats, or you still think it's firmly in the Republican territory right now?
I think we are almost nowhere closer to bringing the government back open than we were last week.
Okay. And the sticking points remain the same, and the arguments the same as well, Nathan.
Absolutely. And it is such a failure of government because funding the government is really the basic part of our Congress. That is their basic responsibility. And so it really is a failure of the system of politics that we can't even fund our government. But right now, like I said, both sides are dug in. Republicans are saying they will not open the government until the Democrats come to the table. Democrats say that they want some concessions on health care. The Democratic base really wants to see a fight. So most of the Democrats in Congress right now are responding to the base and putting up that fight.
Nathan, always good to talk to you. I reckon we might be talking same week. Next week might be of a similar vein as well. We'll see you soon.